Good evening. I'm Judge Shade, and you, sir, are...
Noah Allen Hovde, Your Honor.
Your Honor, we went out a sequence.
No, good.
No, first one. Oh, it's the first one. My bad.
Mr. Hubby, I have warrant here out of Pima County Superior Court charging with unlawful flight from law enforcement alleged to have occurred on or about July the 24th of last year.
Is there a location listed, Your Honor?
No, there is not.
Judge, I'm actually, and I don't mean to interrupt, but I actually happen to be the assigned prosecutor on this case. I do have additional information. The location is on the intersection of Ajo and Alvernon.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it was about 15 months ago.
Right.
Are we pointing the PD on this? Nothing's checked. Oh. Will appoint public defender's office to represent you on these charges, and advise either counsel wish to be heard further on conditions.
Nothing further from the state, Judge.
Your Honor, Mr. Habdi is probably being held on a close to $200,000 bond, so I would just ask the court to consider setting a $2,500 bond for time credit. Thank you.
Yeah, he's held on 300.
It's $385,000.
Okay.
Yeah, $400,000 in various bonds. So, yeah, keep it in the rounder numbers. We'll put this one at 5,000, which is a third of what the Superior Court judge suggested. About license, no alcohol or legal drugs. Public Defender's Office is appointed to represent you. I'd suggest do not discuss the matter with anyone except your attorney.
Uh-huh.
And your next court date will be Friday at 1:30.
Great. Will a discovery be sent to the jail so I can access that?
It'll be sent to your attorney. You'll have to talk to your attorney about it. It doesn't get sent directly to you. It gets sent, anything gets sent to your attorney.
Great. Can you send it to Christopher Shalepi then, please?
Not unless he files a notice of appearance on this matter.
All right, I'll have him do that.
I've noticed that he's representing you on some cases. He's appearing specially on another matter, so apparently hasn't been retained on that matter yet. And he'd have to probably be retained separately on this matter, but that's between you and him.
Yep.
All right, thank
Great.
you.
Thank you.
Now I've got like 7 misdemeanors and then back to felony.
Maybe excuse briefly.
You may.
Thank you.
Evening, I'm Judge Fayette and you are
Angel Raider.
in jail. Do we have just Mr. Duran in the courtroom? Or do we have the rest of the misdemeanors?
That's the rest of them.
All right. I'm going to address this to everybody in the courtroom. Good evening, I'm Judge Fayette. This is the time set for initial appearances, arraignments. Time for you to be formally advised of charges against you for me to consider release in your next court date. It is not the time to talk about facts of cases or ask that charges be dismissed. Conditions of release will always include that you violate no laws, that you appear at all court dates. If any of your matters are class 1 misdemeanors, it also includes that you remain within the state of Arizona unless you receive permission of the court to leave the state. There may be additional conditions based on your history, your circumstances, and the events that occur. All right, Mr. Ron, I have a warrant here out of South Tucson City Court, Municipal Court, charging you with criminal trespass allegedly occurred on December the 19th of last year. Looks like perhaps you were supposed to be in court on August the 1st or thereabouts. I'll appoint Michael Vaughn to represent you on this because you do have an adult probation hold. Bond will be $100. Your court date will be Monday at 10 a.m. on video. You're not to go back to the incident location. And no, I can't tell you where that is because I don't have that information.
I think it's the 3020 South 6th Avenue.
Very possibly. I don't know. All right. Thank you.
And outdoor downstairs for still males or females. I don't know. And downstairs to with females. I have no idea. Hafner.
Good evening. I'm Judge Shade and you, sir, are
Marshall Hafner.
Mr. Hafner.
Oh.
I'm a little concerned about your appearances in court.
What, ma'am?
A little concerned about your appearances in court, or should I say your lack thereof?
Ma'am, so the last time I went to court on video court, they said they were gonna bring all my cases together to do that like that, and so I wasn't sure why I had a warrant or not. I didn't realize I had a warrant because they said that they were gonna bring all my charges together in one courtroom so that I could get them taken care of. And I went to my last Pima County court on video, and I didn't realize that I had missed one. I didn't realize I had another one.
Well, there's multiple courts.
Yes, I understand that. I apologize. I didn't mean to interrupt you, Your Honor. I apologize.
And you have to appear in all of the courts.
Okay,
And
I will.
no court can, generally speaking, for instance, city court can't say, oh, you don't have to show up in justice court, and justice court can't say, oh, you don't have to show up in city court.
Okay.
Okay? All right, your current charges, I have charges for possession of paraphernalia. Alleged to have occurred earlier today. Your next court date is going to be on October the 12th at 8:30 in the morning in the Pima County Justice Court. Do you understand that you need to be present at that time?
Yes, ma'am, I do.
No alcohol or illegal drugs, and you need to start the process of getting a substance abuse assessment and any recommended treatment. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
And as I said, I also have charges that go back to February the 13th of 2020 for possession of paraphernalia, along with multiple failures to appear. Most recently, earlier on October the 6th. Your next court date on this is going to be December the 2nd at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. In the Tucson City Court, that's in front of Judge Sabrina, who's usually in courtroom number 9. On the second floor, again, no alcohol or illegal drugs, substance abuse assessment and recommended treatment. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, Mr. Hafner.
All right, sir, please stand up, out the door, downstairs, emails. Your Honor, jail here, what was his, was he sent with a bond or,
No, he's OR'd
thanks,
on both of them.
Thompson? And then, Mr. Medellin, is not choosing to call with us, so you have to continue with.
Okay. Evening,
Hello, my name is Sean Thompson.
Mr. Thompson.
Yes,
Charged here out of Sahuarita Municipal Court.
yes,
On March the 7th of 2022, domestic violence, criminal damage, domestic violence, unlawful imprisonment, domestic violence preventing the use of a telephone in an emergency, domestic violence assault. Looks like you were supposed to be in court on perhaps on or about August the 22nd of this year
yeah,
and did not appear. We'll appoint
yeah.
Giancarlo Dale to represent you on these charges. Your next court date will be on Tuesday at 3 o'clock. Your bond is $2,499. If you post the bond, you need to appear in court. If you haven't posted the bond, you'll be seen on video. No alcohol or illegal drugs, no acts of domestic violence, no firearms or weapons. I need you to abide by any other previous conditions of release, including no contact or no return if that was previously ordered. Do you understand that?
Not really. Come again? Can you inform?
Okay, your next court date is going to be Tuesday at 3 o'clock.
Mhm.
Your bond is $2,499.
Yeah.
If you post the bond, you'll be released. If you haven't posted the bond, you'll be in custody and be seen on video, or your attorney will talk to you about it. You need to abide by any previous conditions of release in terms of contact with the victim or returning to the victim's residence. I don't have the file, so I don't know what those previous conditions were. But I'm also telling you, no alcohol or illegal drugs, no acts of domestic violence, and no firearms or weapons.
No. Well, I'm just gonna be in here, right? And
Unless you paid bond, yes.
yeah. Okay.
All right, sir, out the door, downstairs, downstairs, emails. Alvarez, Herman. Sit right here.
Good evening, I'm Judge Shade, and you, sir, are
Herman Alvarez, ma'am.
Mr. Alvarez.
Yes, ma'am.
Citations here that go back to, it looks like Christmas of last year.
Yes, ma'am.
Assault, domestic violence, disorderly conduct. I'm going to release you on these charges on certain conditions.
Yes, ma'am.
No alcohol or illegal drugs, no acts of domestic violence. No alcohol in your residence, and you need to engage in a substance abuse assessment and begin any recommended treatment. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
Your next court date is going to be months from today, the 1st of December at 9 a.m. in Tucson City Court. Be sure that you're present.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, Mr. Alvarez.
Thank you, ma'am.
Door downstairs. With the young man,
That's it.
the white. That's it. That's it. You're right. Off your shirt, sit down right here, sir.
Good evening, I'm Judge Shade, and you, sir, are
Dustin DeWitt. I apologize.
Mr. DeWitt. I have citations here from July the 4th. 2 counts of criminal damage, 1 count of disorderly conduct. Looks like failure to appear in court on August the 5th. Looks like pretrial services released you on the 4th of July. You didn't appear on the 5th of August. You were then in custody a little over a month ago. And Judge Miller released you and gave you a court date of October the 22nd. And you didn't show up then.
Yes. Am I able to speak? Your Honor?
If you wish to, I can't stop you.
Okay, so I went into the city courts. They told me if I went in, that because I'm doing all the steps, I wouldn't need to do the 22nd one, and that I would need to go to the one on December 9th. So I didn't do that one.
Well, let me see what I can find.
I actually dismissed the one from the damages. Apologize.
The only charges that I have here from Tucson City Court, unless your name is misspelled on those on something else, is this matter. So there is no court date for December the 9th.
So they said that, as long as I was pushing, I was doing the steps program and everything else
No,
and everything.
Okay. That's a felony case. That's not
Yeah.
your city court case.
Yes, that's a criminal damages, right?
This is the criminal damages. But
Yeah,
but no, you still need to show up in city court.
yes, of course. But she told me that she dismissed those.
Let me look at something else.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, of course, I can't get into any your files that have steps, but they would not be able to dismiss those because there's victim notice and other things needed. So you still need to. You still need to show up in city court. Unless you get something in writing from city court. Not any other things. Do you understand that?
Okay, yes, ma'am.
All right, your court date is going to be the 1st of December.
Okay.
At 2:00 in the afternoon in the Tucson
Okay.
City Court.
Yeah.
Be sure you're there. You don't have contact with the victims. Do you understand that?
Right.
Thank you, Mr. DeWitt.
Thank you.
All right, sir. Out the door downstairs, fill with emails. Mr. Strada.
Good evening. I'm Judge Shade and you are.
Good evening, I'm Malia Estrada.
Mrs. Estrada, I have citations here charging you with domestic violence, criminal damage, and domestic violence disorderly conduct alleged to have occurred earlier today. And it's my understanding that the victim is present on the phone and wishes to be heard on conditions of release, not talking about facts of the cases or asking to be dismissed. That doesn't happen at this time. Just conditions of release. I can't hear you.
I understand.
No, that,
You said that you could talk. Oh, are you talking to the other person?
right.
Okay, okay.
Understood.
Okay, so Ms. Bravo, did you have something that you wanted to say?
I would just like to say that I do want contact with the defendant also to be released home.
Okay. All right, your next court is going to be December the 2nd at 1:30 in the afternoon in the Tucson City Court, courtroom number 10, in front of Judge Million. No acts of domestic violence, other standard conditions about not leaving the state of Arizona without court permission and things like that. And you might want to look into at least some short-term counseling to help you deal with.
Yes, Your Honor.
business. If you don't have any other resources, Transition Center right outside the jail might be able to give you some ideas. Or
Okay.
you can come to city court any Friday afternoon at 1:30.
Okay.
Go upstairs to the 6th floor. The north side of the building, there's a great big room. It's his jury assembly room, but there should be signs that say community court. And lots of different treatment agencies are there. So they could help you get set up with something at low or no cost.
Okay. Okay.
All right,
All right.
thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Yes, sir. Our man, outdoor downstairs 16 minutes. See us.
Oh, that's your say. Midian is unavailable, correct?
Yes, Judge. Yes, Your Honor.
And again, do we have multiple defendants in the courtroom or?
They're coming right now, Your Honor. If you want to wait,
Sure.
get that. Who are you supposed to be? All right, they're all in here now.
All right, good evening. I'm Judge Fayette. This is the time set for initial appearances. If you have misdemeanor matters, we may do arraignments on those matters. But on felony matters, it's just initial appearances. That is the time for you to be formally advised of charges against you for meetings that can release in your next court date. And appoint counsel. It is not the time to talk about facts of cases or ask that charges be dismissed. Conditions of release will always include that you violate no laws, that you appear at all court dates, that you remain within the state of Arizona unless you receive permission of the court to leave the state. There may be additional conditions based on your history, your circumstances, and the events that occurred. All right, Mr. Casillas. An
Yes.
indictment charging you with driving under the influence of intoxicating liquor or drugs, class 1 misdemeanor, resisting arrest, aggravated assault on a first responder. These are alleged to have occurred early this morning. We'll appoint public defender's office to represent you on these charges. Did either counsel wish to be heard on condition?
Nothing further, Judge.
Yes, please, Judge. We're asking the court to consider releasing Mr. Casillas to pretrial services supervision. The last conviction is from 2009. Pretrial services was able to talk to Mr. Casillas's brother, who verified his time in Tucson and has volunteered to provide third-party custody and transport to court. So given the age of the last felony conviction, Judge, we're asking for one chance on pretrial services. Thank you.
Preliminary hearing date will be November 21st at 1:30 in the afternoon. You'll be under the decision of pretrial services under some very strict conditions. In addition to the standard conditions, you are not to drive a motor vehicle. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
No alcohol in your residence or vehicles. You're not going anywhere that alcohol is served or consumed. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
Substance abuse and behavioral health assessment and treatment under the direction of pretrial services. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
Other than in the course of those assessments, I would suggest that you not discuss these matters with anyone except your attorney.
Okay.
Right, thank you. Good evening, I'm Judge Shade, and you, sir, are
Lorenzo Diaz-Casales. Good evening, Your Honor.
Mr. Diaz-Casales. I have a complaint charging you with aggravated driving under the influence of intoxicating liquor, for possession of a firearm, and criminal damage. We'll appoint public defender's office to represent you on these charges, and did either counsel wish to be heard further on conditions?
Nothing further from the state, Judge.
Judge, I asked to be heard on probable cause on the criminal damage count. That's because although there is some evidence that Mr. Lorenzo Diaz-Casales crashed into a gate, we don't have a dollar amount on the interim complaint unless I'm missing a page two.
It crashed through a gate. Let me take a quick look at something.
And the other thing I was going to say, Judge, is the statute cited is 13-1602B3, which requires the damage to have been done to assist a criminal street gang, and there is no indicia of criminal street gang activity.
That appears to be a typo because he was actually booked as a B at B5, which would be appropriate.
It's just, it would be a 6 if the dollar value on the gate is 1,000 at least.
No, it's class 1. B5 is a class 1 misdemeanor.
Oh, okay. I was looking at 4. Okay, so it's an M1 then as opposed to an M5.
Right.
Okay. So, judges to release conditions, we acknowledge Mr. Diaz-Casales has some criminal history, although I would like to point to the court that it's relatively old, although there is some history, Judge. We're not asking the court to completely ignore that. Nonetheless, Judge, Mr. Diaz-Casales is asking the court to consider releasing him to pretrial services supervision. His girlfriend was able to verify housing and is able to provide third-party custody and transport to court. Mr. Diaz-Casales also tells me that he has a very stable job working as a concrete finisher. So, Judge, if the court's not inclined to release him without having to pay a bond, then we ask that the court consider setting a bond close to $500. That is all he can afford at this time, but we are really hoping for pretrial services. Thank you.
Given the history, although it's not a current history, and the presence of a firearm, bond will be $2,000. If the bond is posted, you will distribute pretrial services. No alcohol or illegal drugs, no firearms or weapons, no driving without a valid license, which you do not have.
Sure.
No firearms in your residence or vehicles, no alcohol or illegal drugs in your residence or vehicles. Substance abuse assessment treatment is available in custody or under the direction of pretrial services. Preliminary hearing date will be November the 12th at 1:30.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Mr. Diaz-Casales.
You guys.
Good evening. I'm Judge Shade, and you are
I'm Kelly Dugas.
Mr. Guy. Interim complaint charged with possession of dangerous drugs, possession of narcotics, and possession of paraphernalia. We'll appoint public defender's office to represent you on these charges, and did either counsel wish to be heard on conditions?
Nothing further, Judge.
Judge, we agree with the state's recommendation, release to pretrial services, and if the court's inclined to follow that, we ask that the court waive time for the preliminary hearing by 45 days, which puts us to December 16th of 2025, and set a steps hearing. Thank you.
Right. What your attorney is referring to there is that you are eligible for screening to see if you are eligible to participate in a program called STEP. It's essentially a treatment program for a short period of time that's designed to meet your needs. If you successfully complete that program, then the charges will be dismissed before they're ever formally charged. So you're interested in doing that?
Yeah, that'd be great. Thanks.
All right. Then your next court date is going to be a steps hearing. That will be a week from tomorrow, Monday morning at 9 o'clock in Pima
Okay.
County Superior Court.
Okay.
You'll be released to the third-party custody of pretrial services. You'll participate in monitoring treatment under their supervision, which include no alcohol or illegal drugs. You need to comply with the STEPS program. Behavioral health and substance abuse assessment and treatment is directed by pretrial services. No contact with your co-defendant except through legal counsel.
Okay.
And your preliminary hearing date right now is December the 16th at 1:30.
Thank you.
Right? Thank you, Mr. Guy.
Thank you.
Good evening. I'm Judge Shade, and you are?
Brian Gray.
Mr. Grant. Interim complaint charging you with domestic violence, aggravated assault, domestic violence kidnapping, domestic violence impeding an airway. These are alleged to have occurred on or about the 1st of September. We will appoint city public defender or public defender's office to represent you on these charges.
Yes.
And did either counsel wish to be heard further on conditions of release?
Judge, the state just wants the court to consider the fact that Mr. Grant is alleged to have used multiple weapons against the victim in this case, and that this case involves an allegation of intimate partner strangulation, which is a heightening factor.
Court is aware
Yeah.
of that.
Then nothing further, Judge.
Anything further
Judge.
from defense?
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you. We're asking the court to consider releasing Mr. Grant to pretrial services supervision, primarily because although he has some DV history, it is misdemeanor level, and the last conviction is from 2008. He has absolutely no felony criminal history, Judge. Mr. Grant is able to make arrangements to live separately, and I believe does not reside with the victim in this case. We understand the seriousness of the offense, Your Honor. But given a complete lack of felony history, we're asking for release. But if the court is not inclined to release Mr. Grant without a bond, we just ask that it be somewhere close to $5,000. Thank you.
Preliminary hearing date's November the 12th at 1:30. Bond is set at $75,000. Pretrial services if the bond is posted. No alcohol or illegal drugs, no acts of domestic violence, no firearms or weapons. No contact with Ms. Ladner. No going near her residence or workplace. Abuse assessment and treatment is available while in custody or as directed by pretrial services if out of custody. Thank you, Mr. Grant. Let's see. So even today, so today's Saturday, but you still have to work tonight because the weekend started yesterday. Oh, okay. Then I'll see you on Tuesday. Tell Jim hello. I haven't seen him in ages.
Oops, careful.
Sorry.
Good evening. I'm Judge Shade, and you are
Sarah Lopez.
Ms. Lopez. I have a warrant here out of Pima County Superior Court charging you with false reporting of an emergency and possession of paraphernalia alleged to have occurred on June the 28th of this year. We'll appoint the public defender's office to represent you on these charges. Set an arraignment date of November the 7th at 1:30 in the afternoon in Pima County Superior Court. And did either counsel wish to be heard further on conditions?
Nothing further from the state, Judge.
Yes, please, Judge. We're asking for one chance on pretrial services release. That's because this case was originally dismissed and later refiled. We understand that a summons was mailed to Ms. Lopez's address, but she didn't receive it. She didn't get anything in the mail. She told pretrial. So, Judge, we understand it's a reasonable bond, $500, but Ms. Lopez is not able to afford that. So we are asking you to consider releasing Ms. Lopez to pretrial one last time. Thank you.
And Ms. McElhannon, the report doesn't tell me, but when she was released to pretrial services back in June, did she report?
Give me 1 minute to look her up, Your Honor.
Oh, wait, never mind. It looks like she was held on a bond and then released without it. Never mind. She never was under your supervision. She was held on a bond. Given the history, including a recent failure on probation, release to pretrial is not appropriate. I'll go with the $500 bond. No alcohol or illegal drugs. Behavioral health and substance abuse assessment and treatment is available while in custody or is directed by pretrial services if out of custody. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good evening, I'm Judge Shannon. You are.
Good evening, Your Honor. My name is Moima Sotino.
Miss or interim complaint cited with aggravated assault on a police officer. Alleged to have occurred earlier today.
Yes, Your Honor.
Will appoint the public defender's office to represent you on these charges. And did either counsel wish to be heard further on condition?
Nothing further from the state, Judge.
Yes, Your Honor. We are hoping the court will release Ms. Ortuno to pretrial services. A lot is going on in her life. Her child is in custody and juvenile detention. She has a stable residence. She's enrolled in school, she tells me. Has strong community ties, has lived in Tucson for 25 years. She's employed full-time as a chef. Given all those factors, Your Honor, and given that this is, I believe, a class 6 felony, and the officer suffered no injuries, we're asking you to release Ms. Ortuno to pretrial services supervision. I do understand she has priors, but the last prior is from 2012, the Gila 21. It's been a bit, so pretrial services, Judge. Thank you.
Preliminary hearing date is going to be November 21st at 1:30. You will be released to the third party custody of pretrial services. No alcohol or illegal drugs, no firearms or weapons, no laser devices in your residence or vehicles, or in possession of any minors in your household. You need to comply with any CPS directives, because I anticipate they will become involved in this matter as well. Behavioral health and
Yes.
substance abuse assessment and treatment is directed by pretrial services.
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Orduno. Good evening, I'm Judge Shannon. You, sir, are
Sam Riddles.
Mr. Dose, and a complaint charging you with possession of narcotic drug and possession of paraphernalia. Alleged to have occurred earlier today. Counsel, refresh my memory. If something's going to steps, public defender, even if they're co-defendants, is that correct?
Judge, I think the court appoints the legal defender because they also take steps cases.
Okay. All right, then I just wasn't sure if we were sticking with one person. All right. We'll appoint the legal defender's office to represent you on these charges. Now, it appears that you are eligible for screening for a program called STEPS. STEPS essentially is a treatment program designed to meet your needs for a short period of time. And successful completion of the program would result in the dismissal of the discharges before any formal filing, any formal charge. Did you want to explore that option?
Yes. Yes, sir.
And time waived for preliminary hearing, counsel?
Certainly, Judge. Thank you.
You're going to be released to the third-party custody of pretrial services. Your next court date is going to be Monday, the 10th of November at 9 o'clock in the morning in Pima County Superior Court. That's the initial steps hearing.
Yes, sir.
Preliminary hearing right now is set for December the 16th at 1:30 in the afternoon. Conditions of release include no alcohol or illegal drugs, no contact with your co-defendant except through legal counsel. You need to comply with steps. Also, behavioral health and substance abuse assessment treatment is directed by pretrial services.
And Judge, Mr. Riddles wants the court to know that he lives with the co-defendant, so I told him he probably has to make alternate housing arrangements unless the court permits him to reside with her.
Well, that was not clear from pretrial services. It looks like he can live with his mother on Chalmers, so. Okay,
Chalmers.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
your mother.
She's in Safford.
Huh? I'm sorry, but she lives in another town, but I can't. Oh,
She lives in Safford.
yeah, Safford, Arizona.
That's fine. Nothing that says you can't leave Pima County, just that you can't leave the state.
Okay.
All right. Transition Center can help you with housing as well, right outside the building. All right, thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you.